Welcome to another Field of Glory 2 medieval battle. This is round 2 of the First Blood tournament. In this one, the mirror match, I have the German Imperial against Quaestar's French. Okay, so got with a bit of an odd army composition. Did not get any more knights, so just 2. A bit risky. To make up for that, I did grab mounted crossbowmen and light crossbowmen, light archers, massed archers for the rough ground here. 4 crossbowmen and some raw crossbowmen. So I'm actually tempted to go even heavier on crossbowmen, but if he goes all in on infantry, I'd have a problem with that. So I think I'm going to stick with what I've got. If he crosses over quickly, we can hope to push him back against the stream, which is not open and downhill. If he stays, that would actually probably be easier for us, because then we could use the stream as a barrier and shoot across it. So we'll see what he does. Next turn, let's see that force comp and deployment. Interesting. Wow, that is a lot of knights. Rebows and crossbowmen to try to seize this rough ground. I think in the long run, that combo of troops could overrun our right wing. But I'm hoping that this point sink, what is this? 444 points in knights, plus so this is in total about 630 points. So this is more than half his deployment. So if I can hold with a smaller and cheaper force for a while, then I should be able to use that to attack effectively elsewhere. Let's try to get a view up on this hill here. What do we got? Still some dead ground here, but overall we have a pretty good idea of what we're up against. What else can we see? Spears, cavalry. Okay, so what we'll probably want to do is start shifting infantry over onto this slope if possible. So for now, the plan is roughly hold here, swing this line up onto here, work towards a collision, either with the squishy infantry or get the dismounted knights ahead, and have the crossbowmen shoot in between. Swing these guys in to reinforce. A small number can hold this hill against a larger number of cavalry without much difficulty, and our lights and mounted crossbowmen can be annoying and start trying to pick up this cavalry, force them into action. Next turn. More crossbowmen and low country spearmen. Alright, that's okay. Okay, how can we get better set up here? Could start taking pot shots now, but if we did so, the crossbowmen could get involved, so let's wait on that. Now we're disordered, but knights would also be disordered, so that's okay for now. I want these crossbowmen facing the cavalry. And once again, we'll want crossbowmen facing this rough ground. The shooting might get a little bit brutal at first. Alright, that'll do. Next turn. Okay. Keep pursuing, I suppose. Great. Which way do you go? Ugh, close range crossbow fire is going to be unfortunate. Maybe I turn here instead. There. And get ready to occupy that rough ground. That rough ground. And hold the line. Okay. It's gonna hurt here. And that is a lot of knights, but otherwise we are going to try to work on the flanks. Next turn. Yeah, that's gonna be painful. As expected. Okay, hold that rough ground. And it is time to start being annoying. Good. Now, do a slightly unfortunate thing and general up to charge into rough ground. Too bad, but that should allow us to rush past and hopefully straight into these crossbowmen. Perfect. You fall back into the forest. And forward. And now start working on the knights. Good. Follow after. You as well. Okay, so we just need to hold the line as much as possible here while we slowly bring up reinforcements. Next turn. That might actually be a pretty bad impact, but we did not frag. Good. Bounce it. Good. Well, that's why we have dismounted knights. Good, we can zone them in. Well, try to gut these crossbowmen. And then charge these crossbowmen. Work on the ribots. Cover your flank. Who do we shoot at? Let's send your greetings. Uh-huh. Well, what about the sergeants then? Really? Okay, try for the knights. Let's try to cover this tile if we can. You're so slow. And get a unit of knights over, good. Situation's a bit dangerous, we might not be able to prevent a flank. Do what we can. How is this? We're downhill, but we have swordsmen 50%. Okay, can get behind that. Next up, let's zone you in. And you. Good. Now let's charge. We'll win the melee, we just have to hope not to get insta-disrupted by these knights. Okay, not bad. Next turn. Light spear impact. Tanked it, good. Bounce it. Lucky. Alright, now they're in the melee. Severely disordered, but heavily armored knights. It's trying to set up that flank there, we need to prevent it. Good. Unusual. Any checks? Oh yeah. This is looking pretty good now. Oh, we can't cover there, can we? Might have to do some outrageously bad things then to prevent this flank attack. I suppose if we do that, that should do the trick. Will mean likely sacrificing these crossbowmen. Well, while I consider that, we can get a move on here. Held firm. Well, try again then. Okay, then unfortunately we have to do that. Sorry guys, it's for the cause, you understand. Next up, we could try giving these guys a little shove. Wow. Well, they held firm, but still worth it in my book. Okay, shoot the sergeants or pour it onto the knights. I kind of doubt that it's going to cause a drop, so let's just go for the sergeants instead. Hold firm as well. Might as well batter these guys with a charge. Anything good? Yeah, so they didn't get their lance impact because it was not open because we were charging them in the stream, even if it's not disordering. Move up. Actually, let's see what happens first. Very nice. Move up anyway. Let's resolve all this first and then come back to the knights. How is this? Pretty good because the enemy is severely disordered. If we do this, we should be able to gum up these knights even more. Very irritating. Do I care about the crossbowmen? It's kind of a problem. I mean, they'll cut up my raw crossbowmen. But on the other hand, the knights are ultimately more dangerous in the long run. I don't want the whole position to collapse, so we will attempt disruption on these crossbowmen. Nope. Alright then. Let's go for a frag. Nope. What about you? Good. Held firm. Well, in that case, let's see if we hold out here. Which we do, so these knights can start trying to work their way around. Get more infantry forward. That's everyone. It's developing nicely. Next turn. Unfortunate, but it doesn't actually change the combat situation at all because they are severely disordered. So we bounce that. We do. Yeah, this is a shame, but there's nothing we can really do about it. Pounced again. He'll charge in with the crossbows in the rough, where they will have the advantage. Oh, hello. Huh. That's really too bad. It's even impact, so not the most likely result. Well, let's get this flank in. Held firm, too bad. Can we can. Let's go for a frag. And a break. Held firm, held firm. Okay. Don't like being downhill like this. Pushing forward might not do any good either. Held firm. Shove them off. It's annoying. Do keep using the crossbows to cut up these knights before impact. Do this bad thing. Not so bad yet. We do have a flank set up. I don't know if we'll be able to take any advantage. And we're safe there. Okay. Frag. Good. See if we can clear this out. Nope, it's going to be slow. That was rather unlikely. Huh. Nice. Okay. Well, this was always just going to be a delaying force, but I was hoping it would delay a little more effectively. Now if we go here, will they still be able to evade? I would think so. Okay. Doing well, but it's getting a little bit messy. Next turn. Maybe we'll rally. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. He's gonna set up the flank. Well, I suppose it was a delay and it delayed. Now we see if that pays off. Good. And good. Catch them. Good. Having done so, interesting. Wonder where that'll lead. Well, stand your ground for the moment, and we're gonna pile on. firm. Held firm. Fall back. That makes sense. Then what? Let's go for the auto break. Oh yeah, that's what's up. Okay. Why don't we, if we go here, no, that's not how it works. We go here, that's how we can do it. Turn and shoot. And, no. What if we, there we go. Try that again. Good. Now, get up there, turn around. Do we lock them in or just ignore them? Let's actually lock them in because it is a complete waste of points, but I think we have the points to spare to start just pouring more bolts in and killing them next turn. Right, next, pile on to these defensive spearmen. Hold out. Charge here, tank the impact, see what happens. Is it worth it? Probably not. He'll just move these knights and then fall back. Right? Still tempting. No, we've lost too many men. Let's not do it. Guess we're just going to sit in reserve with that unit. Yeah, this is a loss because their swordsman POA is unlocked and they are steady and we are not. Well, go for a frag. Good. Right, still late to the party you are. Zone them in while you're at it. Okay, looking pretty strong. Next turn. Now, with this many units fleeing, I expect we'll see rallies at some point to slow down our momentum. Got these knights in an unenviable situation. Bounced, good. Bounced again, good. Need to get some missile power on this block of knights now. Oh, hello. Good. Let's try to go for a break. Nope. How bad? Crossbowmen will cut us up. Yep. This was really unfortunate, but I did foresee the possibility of something like that when I advanced, so really only myself to blame. Okay, let's pile into these low country spearmen. Great. And join in here. Then what? Do we bounce them out? I think no point until we can occupy the open ground. Next, now that we're having a little staring contest here, work on, actually, get close. Held firm. 2 turns of ammo, whatever. Not gonna have much chance to use it anyway. So keep working on that. Got the charge in. Very good. And advance. And advance. You will provide some fire support against these soon. Same with these light crossbows. But in the meantime, we just have to sit here and take it for a little bit longer. Good. Okay. Getting the GG. I assume by these frag knights breaking? Ouch. Ugh. That unit holding on is probably key to winning this turn instead of taking another turn to do it. That pins these knights in. Pretty tough. Break for 40. Rally up. Good. These defensive spears are about to break. Alright, and that's the win. So, what happened here? I think, to be honest, this was key. I mean, looking at this now, and just with the force points of troops who are still standing, we're looking at what? 96, 132, and we could count the knights, I suppose, so that would be 206 points of my men, as opposed to what? 302 for his units. And I think there's a similar sort of imbalance going on throughout this engagement because, you know, knights don't mix well with rough ground. So I could use really cheap troops, which meant that when we did engage here, I had a huge advantage in points on open ground. Now, I did run into a little bit of difficulties here because I was temporarily outnumbered, and he also forced me to attack with heavy foot against medium foot and rough ground. That was well done, but the qualitative and armor difference between dismounted knights and sergeants and ribos is so large that I was able to overcome that anyway. And this forest helped limit any damage because it just narrowed the avenue of approach. He couldn't get through and around. And so in this kind of head-on slugging match in a small area, these dismounted knights were worth every one of their 78 points apiece. So, a good game to Questar, and good luck in the next 3 rounds of the tournament. Till next time.